Now for day 3, we really are making sure that the fashion magic continues. We've got a homemade wand here, and we've got a more kind of traditional conjurer's wand. The reason why we're thinking magic is not only the standard of what we're seeing being so high, and also the attitudes and the energy and the enthusiasm of the students, but we've also been delighted to hear from Aaron Dowie, who we met on day 1. He's just been given 3 interviews on Savile Row. He said to us his dream was to get to Savile Row. We were lucky enough to be able to recommend him and introduce him to someone, and he's got the interviews. So honestly, fashion magic does happen. We're here with David Reeson from Newham College, and also from the Fashion and Textiles Museum now. Can you tell us about how Newham's got involved in the museum?
Yes, hello Marian. Newham College bought the Fashion Textile Museum from Zandra Rose, who was the founder. And we've been doing lots of training there for students, and Zandra wanted to spend more time with her business. She's designing for operas, she's very much an international designer, so it helped both of us, for us to have the facility to do exhibitions and training, and for her to still be part of the building as a designer, and her whole premises are still going to be there, her printing workshop, and she's still going to be very much part of it.
So it's basically establishing what Zandra worked so hard to set up is now becoming a formal educational institute.
Absolutely, it will become the Academy of Fashion, Textiles and Jewellery, but it will still be an exhibition space, and we've got lots of exciting things coming up over the next few years. So.
Graduate Fashion Week. Anything struck you in particular, David? Do you come here to scout for new talent? What are you looking for?
Well, it's funny you should say that. I do look for new talent, but I also look for what's happening from the street, in a way, what people are wearing who are coming in, what the students are wearing. So it's not just what I see on the catwalk. So it's very exciting. But I think overall the shows have been of much higher standard. There's been fantastic shows from Northbrook and from De Montfort. So grown up, they would work very well in London Fashion Week for me.
Northbrook, the menswear in particular, impressed you, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The Northbrook tailoring is just fantastic, and that's very dear to my heart, because we're working with Savile Row at the moment to develop apprenticeships in tailoring. So that's something that is very dear to my heart. And to see something so beautifully constructed in fabulous fabrics was really great for me to see by students.
Rosie Willett has designed this range of treehouse homeware. It's called Nest, and it says it provides a combination of comfort and luxury in products designed for treehouse living, and we just love it because look at that, it's just so beautifully done. There's a cup here with a tweed and suede covering. I think that keeps your drink warm, I presume. It keeps in a treehouse. I suppose it's going to get colder quicker than if you're in. Look, I mean, that is just gorgeous. And the little tea cozies. Again, amount of thought that's gone into this, and the beautiful book that she's made to accompany her collection, and the pillows. You can see this genuinely working as a homeware collection. But the way she's worked the owl motif in, I think, is really, really well done. Well done, Rosie. Of course, you've got to do something different to get noticed at this exhibition, and this is a lot of fun here. Lucy Blackman has made a papier-mâché person with a fake Burberry scarf. Help yourself to my contact details, suckers. Okay, Lucy, we will. This is Susie Windsor's Sand. She's from London, and she's created these brilliant unbleached canvas bags. So that's quite eco-friendly, you see, not using bleach. A great homage to beards. All different types of beards there featured. Quite a handy directory if you're thinking of growing one and you don't know what style you're going to go for, or maybe you've encountered a beard recently and you don't know what it's called. Well, Susie's bag will sort you out. Over here, we've got a portfolio. We're just going to take a little look at this because Stephanie Sang has developed a concept of an outfit that turns into a shelf. It's a shelf dress. A bag coat. So 1 minute it's a coat and next minute it's a bag. And this is how she does it. Excellent. We're here with Terry Mansfield, who is the chairman of Graduate Fashion Week.
I have the privilege of being the chairman. I've been the chairman this is my 3rd year. It's really wonderful to work with so much talent that I know are going to be very big, not only in this country, but around the world in the future.
Fantastic. Tell us about the judging, Terry, and how you came to select the judges this year.
Well, we have a very good conduit of people, starting with trustees and people from the colleges that come together and form the teams to think about who we should have as judges each year.
Mm-hmm. And you've chosen you've invited Victoria Beckham this year.
Yes, well, it was me who encouraged Victoria to consider it. Victoria, as everybody knows, is very interested in fashion. She wants to take fashion more seriously. What I've explained to her is that it is from the colleges that fashion begins. And if she really wants to understand fashion in the future, the more she spends time, then part of the arrangement is not only is she going to spend time here tomorrow, but also we're going to take her to some colleges to see what it takes to get a degree in fashion and what pattern making and what styling is all about, and that's the plan.
And so for yourself, you consider to be a credible judge for Graduate Fashion Week?
Well, I think that if we had used her just as one judge, I think that would have been inappropriate. But as she is the 4th judge of some very serious judges, then I totally think that's right. Why did I encourage her to do it? Is because my task as chairman of Graduate Fashion is to try and get all these young people work. And if I can help to get them jobs, then I feel I'm fulfilling my obligation.
And how's Victoria going to help you do that?
Well, because Victoria's a global icon at the moment, and what she does will be flashed around the world. And Graduate Fashion will not just be in America on Thursday, it'll be in China, it'll be everywhere. And that's why I was enthusiastic for Victoria to be involved.
Certainly publicity makes
Yes.
sense, and obviously that's good for the cause. But is there any concern for yourself with the size 0 issue that it's been made very clear to colleges that they have to work with size 10 samples?
That's right.
So no size 0 on the catwalk, but size 0 on the panel?
Well, Victoria has always been a very small woman. She's never been a large woman. She's very small. She's shortish, and she's very slight. God made her that way, I would guess.
Natural size.
Yeah, I don't think that she... when I see her eat.
Absolutely. Now, the judging itself, there are 16 finalists.
That's right.
For the gala.
That's right.
13 awards.
That's right.
How does it work in the week? The judges are going to each show.
The judges go to each show. There are different groups of awards, as you know only too well. Those judges will look for the appropriate candidate or shortlist for whatever their selection panel is looking at that time.
And this year, for the first time, we have 2 gold awards of £20,000 each from River Island. That must be fantastic for you.
Well, we have. I'm not sure if we got 2. Have we got 2?
We've got one menswear and one's womenswear.
That's right. We have. Yes. Well, menswear has become so strong now, and I've just been looking at 1 or 2 shows myself, and some of the menswear is just amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely. And of course, we don't have a good showcase in London for menswear. We had Men's Fashion Week for, I think it was 2 seasons a few years ago.
Yes, I can remember years ago when menswear exhibition in Harrogate was what people used to go and see. But I think we have an influence not only in women's wear but menswear all over the world. Creativity in this country has never been stronger, whether it's in the performing arts, in the visual arts, in media, in television, in the internet. This country is at the cutting edge. Do you know there are more Brits in front of the camera and behind the camera in Hollywood than any other country?
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.